Welcome back to my walkthrough for Resident Evil 5, my friends. This is an S rank walkthrough, as you know, and it's a no damage walkthrough as well. This chapter is a pretty long chapter, and while you can speed through a few sections of this chapter, it can be a little bit hard to do so because there will be a lot of enemies at the same time. I sold the machine gun that Sheva had because we can pick up a new machine gun right at the start of this chapter. There are 5 BSAA emblems for us to get. That's the first one. And in this chapter we're going to have the first encounter against the chainsaw Majini, which it's actually not that bad, but I would say that this chapter is tough because there's just so many enemies and you'll encounter different types of enemies during this chapter, and they can be a little bit hard to deal with. Using standard weapons, it's hard to obtain a clear time of S, but to be honest, you don't really need to worry about time because as long as you get an S rank on all the other categories, you'll be fine. This first section isn't too bad. Even though you'll find that you might find yourself cornered every once in a while. And Sheva will be taking a lot of damage during this chapter, I guarantee it. Because, well, she's not very good at dodging. That's why I'm going to pick up as many herbs as I can and give it to Sheva. You might also want to upgrade your handgun and shotgun as much as you can up until this point. As you can see, I upgraded the capacity of my handgun and also the critical rating of the handgun. That will come in handy. Even though I always keep the handgun with me because it's very good to stun enemies when you shoot them in the leg, and then Chris can get behind them and perform the neck breaker attack, and that will prevent the parasites from appearing. So it really does come in handy. Now we're going to have the first encounter with dogs, and guess what? I'm totally going to avoid them. I'm going to make a run for it. I dare say that dogs are probably my least favorite enemy in this game. So whenever I have the opportunity, I rather avoid them altogether. Fortunately, they can't climb up the crates, so we'll be good here. And I didn't want Sheva to shoot that guy and send him back down because this guy can climb up the steps and follow us, so I have to finish him off. And now we're going to have an encounter with the very first big man, Majini, and they're actually not that bad to battle. If you shoot them in the leg and stun them, you can follow it up with a melee attack, and if you and Sheva perform a melee combo, then that will finish them off. Need to get rid of that dog quickly. I could make a run for it towards the exit, but since we have to open a gate, I don't think Sheva would make it in time. Plus, a good strategy that you can use in this area, there's a guy throwing Molotov cocktails. He will actually help you because he can burn the enemies as they approach you. Oh, Sheva, get away from there. Of course she was going to get punched. Let's do a melee attack. Sheva's going to get hit. Well, at least she served as a wall for me. I told you she would be taking a lot of damage during this fight. But as long as she's the one taking damage, it's all good. I want to let you know that the fact that you're avoiding taking damage, that's a personal choice that I make. But it really doesn't matter if you take damage in your game. There's plenty of herbs. The only issue is that Sheva will be getting hit a lot. So there's a good possibility that you waste all of your herbs healing Sheva and you won't have any herbs left for Chris. So I rather avoid taking damage altogether. And by the way guys, if you're looking for the location of the BSAA emblems, or if you're looking for a specific section of this chapter, you'll find that I have a timeline in the video description where you will be able to skip to all the key points of the chapter for your convenience.
Come on,
Okay,
take it.
Roger.
Let's jump to the other side and move out. All we need to do is shoot that barrel as the truck approaches, and that will stop the truck. Now there's going to be a bunch of Majini coming after you, but you can just shoot the barrels and reduce their numbers and then take care of any enemies that remain. Be careful with the guys who shoot arrows at you. The truck does provide some cover, so it's actually a good area for you to stay in. And this section, honestly, you can probably run past all the Majini, avoid them, and just make your way towards the sewers, even though there's dogs there. And you can save up some time by doing that, but this is a walkthrough, so I guess I'll just show it. There's really no benefit in avoiding this area necessarily. I am going to run past the dogs because I don't feel like fighting them, and they come at you 3 at a time. Even with the shotgun that can be annoying. One of them might jump at you and damage you, so it's actually faster if you just avoid them. You can run past them very easily. Plus, usually when I battle dogs I use the shotgun, but I want to save the shotgun bullets for the fight against the chainsaw Majini. Before we head down, there's another emblem for us to get. First, let me just break this crate. There we go. So that's emblem number 2 in this chapter. In total, by now you should have 5 emblems. Here come the dogs. I'm going to avoid them. I'm going to run up the steps and just go around them. I think I could do it even inside the sewers, but here I have a bigger open area, so it will be easier for me to avoid them. If they eat Sheva, well, that's too bad. But there we go, we avoided the first 3. They'll come after you, but we're faster than them, just a little bit faster. And there's going to be 2 more. One's a puppy, so I can't shoot a puppy, but we're going to make a run for it, and hopefully Sheva reaches the door before it's too late. Come on Sheva, don't fail me now. They're very well trained dogs, so they wait for you to leave the room before they attack. There's a gem here, make sure you pick it up, and we're going to avoid the flying enemies here, just destroy the lock. There's no point in fighting these guys, you just waste ammunition, so make a run towards the door. They can't follow you inside the tunnel. At least I don't think they can. And once we climb up the steps, we'll be free. So this is a strategy that you can use to save up some time, but like I said, clear time really isn't that important. As long as you get S rank on everything else, you'll still get the overall S rank. Unless of course you get a C for time. If you get like a C for time, then you might get just an A rank.
Take it.
Okay.
Those doggies didn't want anything to do with roided up Chris Redfield, I mean. Chris to me during this game, he seems like a madman, in the sense that you look at him and he seems like a bomb waiting to explode, really, because he's just crazy. Plus he shouts a lot of orders and he seems rather unstable in my opinion. See, those two Majini, they know better. They're running away from Chris. They're like, oh my god, it's Chris Redfield. They know what happens when Chris is mad. He starts turning green. Let's destroy this nice fruit stand, because why not? Actually, we're doing it so we can reach this treasure. And let's get the third BSAA emblem. It's very well hidden. And there's another gem for us to pick up here. Here it is. And now we're going to jump down. And we're going to pick up the key and there's going to be a big fight. I'm not going to run past this section. Now you can destroy the lock on the outside of this door, but we actually want to keep the door locked so that enemies only come through the window, because it will be easier for us to pick them off one by one. So pick up the keys and get ready for a fight. The entire village will come after you once again. They're not happy that we destroyed their fruit stand, and who can blame them? That was really wrong on Chris's part. Neckbreaker. Remember, shoot them in the knee to stun them, get behind them, and follow it up with a neckbreaker. You can do this all day long. There's going to be a big man Majini at some point, but we're just going to do a melee combo on him. Here he comes. I like to call them Papa Changos, really. That's what they remind me of. For those of you who might not know, Papa Chango was a professional wrestler. And look him up on Google. You can't tell me they don't look alike a little bit. But they're actually very easy to deal with. And the AI is surprisingly good when it comes to follow-up melee attacks. At least when it comes to the big man Majini. Sheva will most likely always perform a follow-up melee attack, and then Chris can follow it up with that backhand punch, and that finishes off the battle. Need to be careful with that guy. He will unleash one of those flying parasites. They all have a specific name, but I can't pronounce them at all, so I'm not even going to try. Be careful with these flying enemies. They like to grab you and they can dodge bullets, so they can affect your accuracy a little bit. I don't think this fruit stand has anything, nope. So let's move on ahead. Welcome to Kijuju. Yeah, I sure feel welcomed right now. Oh, here comes a local. I actually did a mistake against this guy. I should have went for the neckbreaker because he's going to release one of those flying parasites. At least I didn't miss any shots. We're about to get a little bit of air support, so that will make our life a little bit easier. We'll also pick up the sniper rifle during this segment. I know it might sound kind of cruel, but you can actually use Sheva for essentially a wall. So if Chris stays behind her and an enemy attacks, then Sheva will take the damage instead of Chris. If you're playing with another human partner, then I guess you shouldn't do that, because that's kind of a dickish move on your part. But with the AI, I mean, the AI messes up enough that I don't really feel bad for doing it.
HQ actually cared.
Yeah, I do think HQ cared after all. I mean, we're talking about Chris Redfield here. Plus, they're probably afraid that after Chris got back to HQ, he would punch everyone. Probably pick up a boulder and throw it at them. So that's why they're helping out. Oh, there should have been another big man Majini here, but I don't see him. Maybe he died with one of the rockets from the chopper. You can use the shotgun against the flying BOWs. It works pretty well. I think 2 bullets will get rid of them for you. Like I said, I'm saving my shotgun bullets, but honestly at this point I think I have plenty for the chainsaw guy. Hey, thanks! That's why I like to increase the critical capacity of the handgun. Make sure you get that emblem, and now we're going to jump down and there's going to be another wave of enemies. But with the chopper firing at them, it shouldn't take too long to get rid of them. Oh, come on, Sheva, we don't have that much time. Please hurry up. We're going to come running. And there's a guy who comes from the other side, trying to ambush you. Oh, and you released the flying BOW. That's a shame. That's why I always like to go for the knee. There we go. I honestly don't know why I'm wasting time fighting these guys. I could just make a run for it, get the sniper rifle and get out of here, but I like this fight sequence. Okay, we can leave now. Let's just get the sniper rifle. Sheva can actually be surprisingly effective with the sniper rifle, if she doesn't have another weapon. If she has another weapon, then she will always pick that weapon over the sniper rifle for some reason.
Stay frosty down there. You're almost at the station.
Hurry!
Roger.
Chris could be a little bit more nice when he gives commands like that. Instead of being like, hurry! He could be like, Sheva, can you please follow me? If you're too kind. But because of his roided up condition, I don't think Chris has too much patience for anything. Sorry about that. I do feel bad for the villagers because when you think about it, most of them are just innocent. It's not like they chose to be infected with the parasite.
You grab it.
Roger.
They were forced to do so. It's the same thing in Resident Evil 4. At the end of the game, you feel terrible for killing all those villagers.
What the fuck are those? Mounted in HQ. I'm under attack by flying BOWs. I'm losing engine power. Oh shit! I'm out of control. I'm going down. Mayday! Mayday!
Kirk, what's going on? Come in, Kirk!
If I said it once, I'll say it
Thanks, partner.
one more time. Capcom hates helicopter pilots. There's not a single helicopter pilot who survives in these games. It's really amazing. In Resident Evil 4 there's an helicopter pilot who dies. In Resident Evil 2 there's an helicopter pilot who dies. In Resident Evil 6 I'm pretty sure there's an helicopter pilot who dies. There's some driver who dies, it doesn't matter. In Resident Evil Code Veronica, well, there's an idiot helicopter pilot who keeps shooting his comrades. In Resident Evil 1, even though no helicopter pilot dies, well, aside from that guy from Bravo Team, Brad Vickers, who's the helicopter pilot for Alpha Team, dies in Resident Evil 3 against Nemesis. So, yeah, there's just a lot of helicopter pilots who die during these Resident Evil games. I don't know what their issue is with helicopter pilots, but they keep dying. I gave Sheva the sniper rifle, hoping that she would do a better job. She didn't do that good of a job, but she got rid of a few enemies, so I can't ask anything else from her. That was a fail. There's so many enemies here. It's kind of crazy. And at least I have a lot of ammunition.
You grab it.
Roger.
I'm going to
Thanks,
take
Father.
the sniper rifle from Sheva
Give
because
me your rifle.
Use
Come on.
this. Roger.
Give me a grenade.
Use this.
Much appreciated.
she really isn't doing that great of a job with the sniper rifle. Yes, this guy was peeing and we interrupted him, so
Take it.
no wonder he's mad. And now we can go up.
Come on.
Roger.
You grab it.
Okay.
I don't know why they keep running towards Chris. I mean, they see what Chris is doing to their friends, snapping their necks. I don't know why they keep running at him. There's a grenade here for you to pick up. This next section can kind of be avoided. In my no commentary walkthrough that I did all those years back, I threw a grenade to destroy the lock of the gate that's blocking this building, and that way you can avoid sending Sheva to the other side, but there's a risk that you might just waste a bunch of grenades doing this, so instead I'm going to try my best to protect Sheva, because if she
Come on.
gets in a dying status it will be game over. First, let's destroy the last BSAA emblem in this chapter, and now we're going to assist Sheva with the jump and get ready to
Okay.
back her up because she will take damage. If you're playing with another human partner, then I don't think you'll have too many issues, but if you're playing with the AI, then you might find yourself struggling during this segment. Sheva's already getting hit. Think that's it for them. Come on, Sheva, go down. Open the gate. Oh, there's more of them. Come on, Sheva. See, this wouldn't be an issue with a human partner.
Come on.
She's not coming, so we have to go back up and help her out further. She's being rather disobedient here. And yeah, she's getting hit Oh goodness, if she takes more damage, we'll be in trouble. So let's get back up and assist her. Just go down, Sheva. You can run past those two guys. About time. Now come and open the gate, please. Come on. That was a falcon punch if I ever saw one. But be careful, guys, because there's a lot more enemies here. But they're not that bad to handle, honestly. I have way more shotgun ammunition than I need, but that will make the fight against the chainsaw Majini rather simple. Okay, that's it for them, but there's going to be more. We're slaughtering an entire village here. I'm not even kidding. It's insane. And I know there's a grenade here. Oh, there it is. There we go.
Come on!
Forget it.
I need ammo.
Take this.
Now pick up the ammunition,
Take
Sheva.
Okay.
Okay guys, so let's take care of the chainsaw Majini now. He will be stunned if you hit him with a shotgun in the face, and when he does this, you can quickly reload your weapon by pressing triangle, selecting the shotgun ammunition and moving the shotgun ammunition over the shotgun. Press square and that will reload your weapon. It's faster to do this way than having Chris reload the shotgun manually, and we're just going to keep shooting him. There we go, he's down. Now we could pick up the key and make a run for it, but we're going to finish him off so that we can collect the treasures without a single concern. Oh come on, Sheva, really? You almost got killed. And we're going to blow up these two barrels, and that will be enough to finish off the chainsaw Majini. One, let's do it again, and we'll be good. There we go. Now we can go ahead and pick up the treasures without having to worry. To be honest, you can probably make a run for it, get the treasures, and still escape the chainsaw Majini, but as you just saw, after you take him down the first time, it's very easy to defeat it.
You grab it.
Roger.
Because there's a lot of treasures here. And this chapter is pretty much over. There's still a quick time event. You need to press a few buttons, but after that it's just a long cutscene. So if you've made it this far, then you're good. we are out of here.
Oh my god.
Man, am I glad to see you guys.
Delta Team Captain Stone.
Chris Redfield.
Shiva.
Thanks, Josh. I owe you one.
You guys know each other.
I trained under Josh. He taught me everything I know.
Shiva became little sister of the team. Now Shiva, you must continue your search for Irvin. According to the data we retrieved from the hard drive, we believe he has moved on to the mining area. There's more info inside. We'll follow after taking care of business here. And keep your radio handy just in case.
Thanks, Josh.
Jill.
Chris, are you all right?
This picture, it's... forget it. It's nothing. Let's move out.
You have to admit the BSAA looked pretty cool taking care of those Majini, but that's probably the only time where they actually do something useful for the most part. But anyway, this is going to be the end of part number 3 of my walkthrough, my friends. As always, thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later for the next part of my walkthrough. Take care.